students. Today we are going to discuss about the noise pollution. It is study material for class 6th semester. When we talk about the noise pollution, how you will define that is it is a noise pollution. Any sound is not a noise. Noise is basically as unpleasant high intensity sound which pollute calmness of the society, and it is called noise pollution. It is basically unpleasant high intensity sound. To measure the intensity of sound, whether it is in the range of noise or not, we should know about its unit, about its measurement. The intensity of sound is measured in the unit which is called decibel. The range extends between 1 to 140 decibel. When it is less than 1 decibel, we cannot hear it, and when it is more than 140 decibel, we cannot stand to it. So basically, noise above the 80 decibel is called noise pollution, and normal talk sound intensity is 40 decibel, and above the 80 decibel it includes under the noise pollution. And here I have mentioned different intensity of sounds of different things, like industrial machines 90 decibels, speed vehicles, high speed vehicles up to 70 decibel, thunderstorm and lightning 120 decibel, and near airports we hear about 150 decibel sound, and rocket engines have 190 decibel sound. So whatever the range is above 80 decibel, it will create a noise and cause noise pollution. There are lots of sources of noise pollution. Many industrial activities, textile industry, steel rolling industries, wood cutting mills having such heavy machines which cause noise pollution. Transportation activities, automobiles, railways, airplanes also cause air pollution. And when we talk about domestic activities like TV, radio, tape recorder, mixers, grinders, when they are in high sound, it causes noise pollution. Further, when there are festivals, religious programs, we use loudspeakers, marriage functions, public speeches, we use high intensity speakers which cause noise pollution. When we talk about the agriculture activities, tractors, threshers includes it. Defense activities like tanks, gunfire, aeroplanes, bombs, army exercise, etc. above the range of 80 decibel cause air pollution. Mining activities which include blasting causes noise pollution. Other activities like stone crushing, construction of dams, tunnels, roads, landslides, and earthquakes are the natural sources of noise pollution. Above are the man-made, and these are the natural sources of noise pollution. Now we are discuss the effects of noise pollution. What are the effects of noise pollution? The noise pollution creates temporary as well as permanent problems to the human beings. The noise pollution can have physical, physiological, and psychological effects. If there is a man who face noise pollution every time, he will got psychological effects. When we talk about the physical effects, it cause hair loss problem. Basically temporary hearing problems are there, maybe there may be permanent deafness, and due to the damage to the tympanic membrane of the air. When we talk about the physiological effects, then it affects on our body, that is we can face headache, pain in the heart, reduction in the vision, rise in the blood pressure, and loss of memory. So high noise pollution is very harmful to our health also. When we talk about the psychological disorders, then it causes depression. If any person is continuously face heavy noise pollution, it will have depression. It may have it will feel it he will feel fatigue, emotional disturbances, frustration will be there, there will be irritation. So high noise pollution cause these psychological effects to human health. So we can prevent and control the noise pollution by using earplugs. As we know that we use mobile phones, and when we talk directly with the mobile phone, it can cause loss of tympanic membrane. Their loss of hair loss will noise hearing loss will be there. So it is recommended to use earplugs, ear muffs, noise helmets, headphones, etc. By reducing the noise pollution at sources, wherever the sources speakers are there, to reduce them we can prevent and control the noise pollution. Heavy vehicles should not be allowed into the narrow streets, and their sounds of buffers should be slow. Heavy traffic on the residential streets must be reduced. Use of air pressure horns should be prohibited, and laws regarding noise pollution must be followed. Areas like schools, hospital must be kept at silent zones. So in through these methods we can reduce noise pollution. Social awareness programs should be taken up to educate people about the cause and effects of noise pollution. Another thing is, and important is, planting bushes, trees in and around sound generating sources, an effective solution for noise pollution. They reduce the intensity of the sound and reduce the amount of sound coming to the air, and in this way they reduce the noise pollution. Buildings can be designated and suitable noise absorbing materials for walls, windows and ceiling should be used. Soundproof doors and windows can be installed and block unwanted sounds. Factories and industries should be located far from the residential areas. So these are the preventing methods which we use to reduce the noise solution. And so we have discussed here about the air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution and soil pollution in 4 lectures, and in next lecture we will discuss further about further pollutions. Thank you.